Make arrests in a recent robbery spree, the most recent early Sunday morning at the Walgreens at 50th and Center. The robber kept a hand in his pocket as he demanded money. Officers followed up and took 4 people into custody at Jackson Tower near downtown. 2 men were ultimately booked into jail for 4 robberies at Omaha Walgreens locations. James Cooper is 45 years old. He was booked on 4 counts of robbery. Jeffrey Walton is 63 and he was booked for robbery and tampering.